Do you want to create better cooperation in the house? Use these 4 strategies to make things easier. Number 1, talk and explain things before just taking over. Nobody wants anybody to come in the house and just take over and do whatever they want. And you're like wondering in the next room, like, what is this person doing in my house, going through my cabinets, opening up drawers? Even if it's a family member or someone you trust, it's just nicer to go in and say something like hello or something, at least, how was your day, before you just kind of come in and take over. Always just kind of establish that trust and that communication. So number 1, talk and explain what you're doing before you go in and just kind of, start taking over. Number 2, team the care. When you're doing caregiving or just about anything, it's a team effort. It's not just one person. And it's easier when you have that extra person to do things. It's not just a solo job. Number 3, tune in to emotions. My brother and everyone always said to me, you wear your emotions on your sleeve. We can tell when you don't like something or when you think something's not the greatest. I would not be good at poker because I cannot fake it until I make it. I am just not one of those people. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. So he was saying that to me one day and I just started laughing. I'm like, you're right. I can't pretend. I'm terrible if I don't like something. I don't like being put on the spot. And like, we did this Christmas thing one year. I was at a friend's house and they're opening all the gifts and they make the person open one gift at a time and they go around the room. And I don't like being on the spotlight. It's very embarrassing. What if it's something that, you don't even like and it's like, I don't know, like an old shoe or something somebody wrapped up. Of course, it's not an old shoe, but it's like I open it up and I'm like, oh, thank you. Or you don't know what it is. I'm just not very good at like pretending. So my brother said that to me one day though. He's like, you're just not very good at, doing that. So, but yeah, it's good to know, right? But tune into people's emotions, their moods. That is their way they're communicating. My father could just go like this and we knew we were in trouble. He didn't have to say a word and we would just go up to our room or something. So it's like, sometimes the least amount of communication says the most, right? Says the most words or you feel it the most. Number 4, take those moments for connection, a snack or a story. My dad used to come over sometimes Saturdays or Sundays when I'd have the day off and I'd bake. And he would sit in my little library room that we had, and it was like a fireplace, and it had these 2 captain chairs, and they were just really nice little ottomans with it. And Dad would sit there, and he'd turn the fireplace on, and I'd be out in the other room baking. And we would sit there and talk for a while, and then I'd be baking because it was kind of an open room to the other room. And Dad would fall asleep, and when Dad would fall asleep, I'd go get some things done in the kitchen. But it was so nice because I'd have something baking, and he would be sound asleep snoring over there by the cozy fireplace. And then I'd go in and it was just so sweet. My dad would have his hand in his chair or out like this, and I would just hold his hand or touch his hand. And sometimes he'd wake up and he'd just smile, just knowing somebody was there, and then having something really good that was baked before he left so he could take some home. But we loved those special moments by the fireplace and just sitting there, just chatting. And even though he'd fall asleep, it was just really kind, really special moments. Those moments that you'll remember forever. Talk it through, team it up, take those moments to connect. It's really important. Care easier when it's together, right? It just helps to have a team because, you can't really do anything without having help. I mean, the inspiration alone, the inspiration alone from friends and family and different things that I've learned through self-development. It's not a one-man show. It is a many-man show. And it's just all those things, all those people, everything that people bring to the table that helps you. And it's all the things you can bring into your loved one as well. So bring the team, bring the connection.